Hello, Łukasz. How are you doing today?
Yeah, hello. I'm fine, thanks. And how are you?
I'm doing quite well. Thanks for asking. I wanted to talk to you about React and more precisely Next.js because I shared an interesting benchmark earlier this week, which showed that server components are, well, they were supposed to make the framework faster, but it did the opposite.
Yes, you can think about it like that, but it's not true because when you use server components, you can cache it more effectively on the backend side, let's say. So maybe the first render is slower, but the next one you can service as a cache. So it's much faster.
Sure. And do we use them in our projects?
Yes, we are use it in couple of our projects, and it works quite good, I would say.
Mm-hmm. And what about some other meta frameworks such as Remix or Gatsby?
Yeah, we tried Gatsby, but we think that the Next is better than Gatsby, and right now it's more popular, and I would say it's a standard. It's a standard framework for React right now because on the React page you can see that they suggest to use the Next.js.
Yeah, Next or Remix or
Vite
Beat. Yeah. So what was the story behind Gatsby and how long? Because you said it was a couple of years ago, but I wonder why didn't it stick for us?
For us, we try to look at the code and how to fit to us, and we thought that Next is easier to learn and it looks better. Let's say that because it's prettier and more logic for us. So
yeah, the GraphQL in between everything makes it a bit awkward.
Yes. We also tried to use GraphQL and we had some problems with that.
Mm-hmm.
So we switched back to the normal REST API. So yeah, we stick to this framework, and it works well. So
yeah, backend engineers do freak out when companies use GraphQL because frontend can change the backend characteristics too much, don't they?
Yes and no, because you need to implement some endpoints as a developer, so you can just limit it a little bit.
Sure.
But yeah, REST framework. In the REST framework, you have endpoints, and you know what comes in and comes back. Mm-hmm. And in the GraphQL, it's not so obvious. So yeah,
sure. And what's our standard approach to the projects? Do we have one?
Yeah, we have a standard structure for the front end and for the backend projects.
Mm-hmm.
So for the front end, we have a standard structure for React and the Next.js.
Sure.
And we work on it a couple of years right now, and we think right now it's really clear for our developers. And we think it works good. So yeah, that's the standard for us right now.
Do we use React everywhere, or do we use, for example, Vue or Angular elsewhere?
Yeah, we have some projects with Vue. We also had a project with Angular. Mm-hmm. But if we can choose the stack, we prefer React.
Sure. Is there any particular reason, or is it just your preference?
It's our preference, and we have a specialist for React. So yeah, that's the.
I mean, yeah, sure. Anything works, right? You can do the same thing in Angular.
Yeah, it's just a tool.
Yeah, true. And it's just a means to an end, so it doesn't really matter. But React is quite pleasant to work with.
Yes, and it's the most popular one to use it.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Are you personally scared that AI will put you out of your job?
I think I'm not sure if I'm scared or curious, because AI, it's for now it's just a tool. You can use it to do your job faster, better. So yeah, you should try it. You should adapt to it or adapt it to your needs. So right now, maybe I'm not scared, but maybe in 3 or 4 years, it will change a little bit. So yeah, we will see.
Do you use Copilot in your job?
Yeah. Actually, not only me, but every developers in our company.
Did you notice any changes to your workflow or in your work before and after using Copilot?
Yeah, sure. Right now, I don't remember how to work without it because it's a great tool. You can do your job much faster. You don't need to do repeating words. So let's say that you need to implement, let's say, calendar. So you just can type January and then you have the rest of months. So you just type one line, not 12. And the logic for, let's say you can describe a function a little bit by natural language. And if it's easy to implement, you have basically great implementation of it by the Copilot.
Right, and it also writes tests for you.
Yeah, and that's the great thing. You can implement unit tests in an hour, not in a week.
Right. So did you like writing tests?
Oh no, I'm a developer, and I think that most of us hate it.
Yeah, but there is a testing driven development.
Yes, it is. I tried it. It was fun at the beginning, but later, for me, it just not clicked because
Right.
you need to spend a lot of time to implement tests, and then if you want to change, let's say, some logic, you need to start to change change all of the tests, and then you can implement the logic, and it's a common thing in an agile development. So
Right.
yeah, maybe it.
Are you willing to give test driven development another shot now that you've had Copilot?
Maybe I try to do it without the Copilot, and it doesn't click. So maybe I will give it another shot. But right now in the production, it is hard to implement it because our projects are so agile that you have some changes in the logic every week, let's say. So it is hard to implement it in the opposite way. So start from the tests and then change all of the logic. Maybe with the Copilot, it's easier, but we need to think about it.
So what are our developers saying about Copilot? Did you notice any? I mean, I'm sure they are more than happy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but there is also some cons of it.
Right.
Because when you have it, you can just switch off your thinking.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so you can have some strange bugs, let's say, because developer just believe that what Copilot gives you, it's great. But as I said, it's only a tool. You need to check it. You need to think about it.
Yeah.
And you need to fix it.
And on top of it, it can suggest some, let's say, inappropriately licensed code.
Yes, that's the one point, and it can only hallucinate.
Right.
We have it once that we want to use some kind of service, and it hallucinates some endpoints.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, and use it in the code, and you try it, and what is happening? It doesn't work. Why? So then you look into the documentation, and where is this endpoint?
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. And have you heard of Devin?
Yeah, I heard about it. I saw the demo,
Yeah.
but right now it's only a demo
Yeah.
and closed software.
Mhm.
And also I saw the on the YouTube, I saw the video that some of the, I don't remember the name of this guy, but some senior developer just analyzed the video, and he said that probably it's faked.
Okay. So what do you reckon the time span is between now and, let's say, well, maybe not a junior, but a regular developer could be replaced with an AI?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to even guess it because it changed so fast. You cannot predict it, I would say.
Okay. Sure. I mean, that totally makes sense because, as you said, it can give you functions maybe, but if you ask it to write a whole feature, then
probably it will. You can get the feature from it, but probably you need to fix it. Logic can be wrong. So basically, you can. I would say that you should try to split the feature on the smaller functionalities, and then try to implement this with the copilot, and then build the whole functionality from it.
Sure, that makes sense. Łukasz, thanks for talking to us today. It was a pleasure, and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you.